Good evening, folks. Robert Perry, Portsmouth, Rhode Island. I've had a great time loading videos onto this machine about the politics of Rhode Island, about bringing down Jack Reed, our senator. I thought that he should go. I still think he should go, but today is the day after Earth Day. Again, Robert Scott Perry talking to you from Portsmouth, Rhode Island. I didn't record yesterday. There are a lot of things to discuss, a lot of problems in the world, and it's my obsession. I spent most of my life, particularly the time since the computer came around, which was when I left college, and the internet was created or became more common. I've been able to find that all the things that they taught us in school were wrong. We were taught by well, we'll leave the whole thing alone. They didn't know, we'll say. The teachers didn't know, the administrators didn't know. We'll say that the politicians didn't know. We'll excuse them, since most of them are dead now. And that's why they didn't care that they were destroying the earth. But we have to pay attention to that. So today, the day after Earth Day, I'm going to redirect myself. It no longer matters to me that I create a direction around the politics of Rhode Island, though I care very much that Jack Reed retires because he's completely out of touch. And I believe that even Mr. Whitehouse, our other senator, doesn't quite get it, that natural gas is not a bridge fuel. There are no bridge fuels that are based on petroleum. Okay, the fuel in this country that's in the ground, the coal, the plutonium, the oil, the tar sands oil, the fracked gas, it's all going to stay there. We have to leave all dead fuels in the ground, and we have to take our fuel from things that are alive, from the air, from the sun, from the ocean, and from some pretty big rivers that we have. One way or another, it doesn't really matter to me how we replace it. I'm too old, and I'll never understand the complicated technical world that all you kids are going to get to become millionaires from. But all you kids that I'm trying to save, the 35 and under crowd, you're all going to die. Your children are definitely going to die because there's not going to be any food or water for you. So I'm really trying to save you guys. On the other hand, what I want to do is I want to make this country come apart at the seams on one level. I want to completely rejigger the way that we move from place to place. We need to produce our electricity in each individual state for each individual state. We can't move oil and dangerous fuels from state to state. We can't continue to destroy the physical environment itself with, again, petroleum-based fertilizers that are creating poisonous food and destroying the earth from which they're growing the food. It's owned by old people, the land, so they don't care. They're going to be dead. Look, people my age, and I'm 53, won't be around, so they don't care. Or if they do care, they pray to God that there'll be some great technology that'll just pop out of the ground or pop out of the internet that they don't even know what it is, but they're sure it's going to come and fix everything. There's nothing coming. Two things we have to do. I love bullshitting about all the different issues that we have to deal with. There are two things. Number one, we have to put cameras on every single cop in every government-owned vehicle, in every building where they can lock us up. Every time they put an American citizen under lock and key, in whatever sense, it's the government's responsibility to prove that they're not abusing us. Why do we need that? Because they have been abusing us since COINTELPRO, which was the 60s version of the NSA wiretapping scandal that we just went through. They never stopped. They're treating us like idiots. We know what's going on. They're trying to hide the things they want to hide and tell us what they want to tell us. There's an old man, and we're going to lose him pretty soon. His name is Noam Chomsky. His whole life has gone by, And he's going to pass away soon, having watched every word he said come true. And we will have not listened to him. Well, you'll hear his words again, because there's people like me who, I'm not really going to come up with a lot of my own stuff to say. I'll leave it to what has been said in the past, but I'm going to tell you all this. Either we, bring this place to a sudden halt. Either we show the 1% that we own this planet, and we need to take control the one way that they care about. We need to keep our dollars. Stop driving. Don't buy clothes you don't need, because when you buy an extra piece of clothing, you're killing a child somewhere. When you drive too much, you're killing an animal. You're taking food out of your own grandchildren's mouths. We have to stop spending. Keep your money in your pocket. Not because of some fantasy fall on the stock market that's about to happen, or because of some other stupid, theory that some guy comes up with. Everybody's got a great theory of what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. That I can tell you for sure. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but we do know what's going to happen in 20 years. If we continue to burn plutonium and all other fossil fuels, gas, natural gas, coal, if we make energy the way we're making it now, it's a death sentence for the earth, which means that everybody under the age of 35 is going to see the end of the world. Not the end of the earth, but the end of the world as we know it, what we call the world. Because human beings have never lived on a planet at 350 million parts per 350 million parts or 350 parts per million, carbon, and that was years ago. That was 2.5 years ago that we reached that point, and the level of carbon dioxide has continued to rise. So, of course, the polar ice caps melt, the ocean itself is rising and acidifying. The level of the breadth of mistakes that we've made in the last 50 years is incredible. Just the methane that's coming out of the turf that's melting, the frozen tundra, when it melts, there's methane that's been in the ground for millions of years that is for the first time reaching the atmosphere because we're melting the permafrost. That methane alone is going to make it difficult for us to breathe. That means even though I live in this, this crystal palace up in New England, where we're super safe from everything, and we have everything in the world, that's going to be great for me. I can live out my whole life and never be affected by this. But I won't. And I won't stop trying to leave it in a better position when I leave the earth than when I got here. It's very far-fetched to suggest that one person can do that. So I'm going to say it. Revolution. This is the American Revolution 2. Time to jump into the show, guys. We have to bring this economy to a halt. Have fun. I'm not telling you not to have fun. What I'm telling you not to do is drive. Don't spend extra money. Don't buy extra toys. Trade your things with each other. Have fun other ways than filling the pockets of corporate America. Do whatever you have to do. I'm not suggesting you take things. I'm not suggesting that you stop things from working, machines that you don't like. I'm not suggesting that anybody, block any highways, because we have politicians here that are so scared we're going to stop the highways. I'm not suggesting that everybody call the same phone number or call the same email. I mean, that's what politicians did, but I'm not like a politician, so I'm not going to do anything crazy like that, like have everybody call the same phone number or everybody try to attach to the same email address at a particular company all at one time. Everybody in the world. You can choose one each day, I guess. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to make any suggestions. I'm just going to protest from my little spot on the earth. And today I do have something I want to suggest. shut it down.